Hey guys, I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach, coming to you live from the Greatness Factory. Every month, as you know, we teach Monster Producer. Monster Producer is my big monthly coaching program. Over 585 people in the program all over planet Earth. And I should be helping you get a 43% increase, become a legendary creature, build, grow, scale your company. And every month I break down in a podcast that goes to my online academy the topic that we're covering. This month we're covering how to eliminate confusion. A confusion is any problem that appears to have no immediate or clear solution. A confusion is randomness in motion. A confusion is unclear about thought, action. A confusion is created when you just don't know how to break through your current level. You're watching Monster Producer, the podcast, and I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach. My name is Coach Micheal Burt, and I have a very basic premise. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. Every single week I come to you, multiply your life and your money and your business. It's about seeing something through to its logical conclusion. It's about going from a little baby star to a big star and practicing and getting better and digging in and fighting through. I see work as the distribution channel for your God-given talents. How many people believe behind every great number one is a great number two? I wrote that little book called Changing Lives Through Coaching because I believe what? A good coach can change your life. Hey guys, welcome to Monster Producer. I believe a monster producer is a legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. I'm actually writing a book right now called Inside the Mind of a Monster. My wife and I flew down to Florida this weekend to stop the motion for just a few minutes, to step back and look at where we wanted to go, what we wanted to do, what our dreams were, what our aspirations were, how to get out of a state of confusion. So this month in Monster Producer, this has been our topic. Every month in Monster Producer, I create a new topic that is tied to one of our big topics. See, Monster Producer is built on 7 demonstrated capacities. That means when I coach you for a year, there's 7 things you should be able to do when I get done with you. Now, it may take longer than that to get mastery of the concept, control of the concept, to where you can use the concept at any time, but there's 7 competencies I teach every month or every year Monster Producer. How to explain your services in a world-class way. You got to get clarity to do that. How to work a selling system, which tackles the confusion of time. How to follow up appropriately, which tackles confusion in the follow-up. How to extract 5.7 referrals from every transaction, which tackles the confusion of when to ask for a referral, how to ask for a referral. How to become a person of interest, which tackles the confusion of chasing business versus attracting it. How to become a person of power and influence, which tackles the confusion of how do I raise my status in any market. And then how to build, grow, and scale a business to get a 43% increase and design a life that you want. This tackles the confusion and complexity of running a business. So every month I pick a topic that drives these 7 topics. This month, the topic is how to eliminate monster confusion. Now, when you're thinking about confusion, you say, I don't have any confusion. Let me substitute a word here called complexity. A complexity is any problem that appears to have no immediate solution. How do we grow? How do we scale? Who should we hire? What should we say? Who should we call on? How do we multiply this? How do we buy our time back? How do we become wealthy? How do we donate money to causes? How? You see, this is confusion. Confusion is where there's a problem or complexity that has no clear solution to it. A good coach helps you bring that confusion down to clarity. When we don't know as a result of this confusion, we have insecurity. When we have insecurity, we have fear. And when we have fear, we have vacillation, we have uncertainty. And what we do is we don't take action. So sometimes confusion is when too many things are in motion at the same time, which is why this past weekend we flew down to Florida and we stopped. So think of it this way. I started, I stopped, I'm in motion. I started, I stopped, I'm in motion. Now, when there's too much motion going on, I'm confused. So confusion could be created when there's not clarity about thought. When I don't have clear thoughts, I take random action. Confusion could be clear by the objectives or the outcomes are not communicated effectively. I actually believe that every confusion that is created in a company is created by the owner of that company, by the leader of that company, by the manager. They create the confusion, specifically as it relates to what are our objectives, who's supposed to do what are our expectations, how are we going to drive those expectations. So in this course today, I'm going to break this down, okay? So let me just ask you a question. I'm going to give you 5 confusions, 5 complexities that I see every day as a coach, and I want you to ask yourself, which one is mine? Confusion in my life, a complexity in my life, is created by, number one, I start too many things at the same time. I've got too many things moving. We're starting this and this and this and this. When you're on a phone conversation, I had several conversations today where a person wanted to talk about multiple things, or I wanted to talk about multiple things. And I began to say, no. In this phone conversation, we're talking about this one thing. I would like to have a separate conversation with you to talk about that. Or let me separate out these 2 conversations. This is one of the sales strategies I teach my sales team, is when a person calls in and they're talking about multiple things, you clearly say, we're not talking about that right now. We're just talking about this one thing, this one problem, this one challenge, this one reason. I need you to focus. So one confusion is created by starting or being involved in too many things that are in motion at the same time. Number 2 confusion, inability to focus on the main thing. And if you were in class with me this month, I go to the board and I ask this question. If you're running a business, the purpose of that business, let's eliminate any confusion, is to create a new customer. That's it. The purpose of any business is to create a customer and to generate excess cash through the exchange of money for value, in which you can then reinvest in the business, or reinvest in lifestyle design, or reinvest in future wealth, or reinvest in philanthropy. That's the purpose of the business. So if that is the purpose of the business, what is more important in your day than either spending time getting new customers or spending time getting your current customers to a much better state in their life? What could you tell me that is more important than one of these 2 things? Okay, that's what I want you thinking. What is more important than these 2 things? I spend a portion of my day getting new clients. I spend a portion of my day spending time with my current clients to get them to a better state so they then will go refer. So inability to focus on the main thing is not knowing the main thing. And the main thing in my organization is every day we're focused on new money. Every day we're focused on getting our current clients to a much better state in their life. That's it. That's all we're focused on. So the only other thing I'm focused on is promotion so I can reach a larger audience. That's all I do every day. Okay? Number 3, you got an unclear vision. This is very important. You're confused because you don't know where this bus is going. You would never get in a car and just drive around with no purpose. You know specifically where you're going from point A to point B. But a lot of people have an unclear vision. Where will you be 5 years from today? Where do you want to take this? Do you want it to be big? Do you want it to be small? Do you want it to grow? Do you want it to be stagnant? Number 4, this is where the leader gets themselves in trouble. There's unclear roles and responsibilities. Who's supposed to do what? See, I used to assume. I assumed everything. I assumed everyone would know what was going on in my brain. I assumed everyone would know what time to show up. And I began to say, no. I am creating the confusion. I am creating the randomness in motion. I am creating the problem. So I began to say, this is a clear expectation of what you're supposed to do. Here's clear targets. We're going to measure those targets. We're going to help you achieve those targets. But we have to get clear on the roles and goals and functions of every person, so it is not random or confused, because I would get mad at them for not meeting my expectation when I didn't even set the expectation. Number 5, unclear communication. Unclear communication. So many people say to eliminate confusion, you just got to tell people what's going on. I would tell you in any process, specifically in the sales process, in any customer service a business where you're servicing people, communicate, over-communicate, over-communicate. Communicate like crazy with people, Okay? Communicate like crazy with people before, during, and after. I say sell it again, and then resell it. Listen, you're watching Monster Producer. Today we're talking about how to eliminate confusion. When we come back, I'm going to get you to design a business the way it should be. Then I'm going to look at 4 confusions you could have: time, purpose, focus, and rhythm. And we're going to finish up by looking at how do you identify the confusion you got going on in your life. I want complete clarity for you. You're watching Monster Producer, and I'm Coach Micheal Burt. Hey guys, imagine a network of over 500 like-minded fanatics, 500 obsessed people who want to dominate their markets, 500 people that are interested in the whole person, the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit, 500 people who want to get better, who are exchanging energy with each other. You see, Monster Producer has taken on a life of its own. We are selling now and doing business with people internationally all over planet Earth, and the network is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. There's 3 levels for you to join Monster Producer. We got the 25K level, which includes live sessions, special events, private retreats, access to me. We got the Mega Monster level, 6 events per year with some of my biggest players, 6 live sessions that you can get involved in. And then we got Monster Producer, 4 full-day summits a year with me, and access every month to the live streaming of Monster Producer. Listen, I want you in the network. I want you in the coaching. I want to keep you in a dynamic state, and I want to shoot to get you a 43% increase. Go to monsterproducer.com. Come see me live when I'm coming to any city near you, and get online and watch it, because this thing is going nationwide. I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach. Get in Monster Producer today. Hey guys, Coach Micheal Burt. Welcome back to Monster Producer. This is a snapshot of what I cover every single month in my big coaching program, Monster Producer. I show you this because if you're not a Monster Producer, I want to show you the caliber of topics that we're discussing. I believe eliminating confusion in your life and in your business is really, really one of the number one things you can be doing, because I see a lot of confusion in the sales cycle. I see confusion in how people explain their services. I see confusion in where people are going in the rat race. I see confusion of how people are marketing or branding themselves. We create a lot of confusion in the world. I want you to step back for a second, and I want you to imagine a business that could be like a game. See, we love games. There's a winner, there's a loser, there's a target. In the Western world, we are goal-oriented, goal-focused. We are moving towards something, you know. And so I want you to step back for just a second, and I want you to imagine a business where you are exchanging energy with other people, where there is no confusion or anxiety. You see, this is the opposite of what I see every day. I see a lot of people that their business brings them a lot of confusion. It brings them a lot of anxiety. Imagine a business where you wake up and exchange energy with other people that you love working with, and there is no confusion, and there is no anxiety. Imagine waking up every day and doing what you were made to do, what you were factory installed to do. That you were out there in the world pushing every day with the free flow of energy, and it was fun and it was exciting. Imagine doing this job, this vocation at your pace to match your engine. If you want to go hard, you go hard. If you want to push, you push. Imagine doing it with people you love doing it with. Imagine doing it at the proper dosage, so there was rejuvenation and rest. Imagine doing it with the proper rest, relaxation, and fun. Well, if you've got confusion in your life, you're not going to have any of these things. Your business is going to be an enormous amount of stress, confusion, anxiety, and so many people live like this, guys. So many people live like this. So I want to help you eliminate your own confusion. There's 4 big confusions I see in people. Number 1, there's a time confusion. What I mean by that is how you see time, how you use time, how you create time. I see a purpose confusion. Are you on the right bus? Are you doing the right thing? Are you distributing your talents through the world through your work? I see a focus confusion. What should I be focused on right now? We call it the ADD generation. I can't focus. And I see a rhythm confusion. How do I get in a rhythm? I show up at work, and what do I do? How do I do it? So when you think about this, I would have you go through an exercise, okay? And I want you to just think about this right now. Here's the exercise. What is the purpose of your business? What is truly the purpose of your business? Why does your business exist? It exists to do what? What is your vision for this business? Because we get pulled back into the current of the urgent. We get pulled back into the rat race. We get pulled back into being on that treadmill. What is your mission in the world? And how do you want to build an atmosphere of success? See, this is clarity of thought. The purpose of my business is to this. Let's take Monster Producer. The purpose of Monster Producer, right, is to engage a person in a set of systematic behaviors around 7 demonstrated capacities to ultimately get them a 43% or more increase in a 1-year cycle. The purpose is long obedience in the same direction. The purpose is to create a dynamic network with over 1,000 monster producers in there that is exponentially valuable to those members. That's the purpose of Monster Producer. Okay? Your business exists. What does it exist to do? Well, it exists to alleviate this. It exists to solve this problem. It exists to help these people. What is the vision for this? Like, I have a vision for greatness factories, to have these greatness factories in different parts of the country. That's going to take a lot of work to put these things up. It ain't easy. So I visited Houston, Phoenix. We're looking at Raleigh, Durham to put greatness factories where there's constant free flow, a little city of greatness that is attracting some of the best people in the world. My mission is to enable greatness in other people. My mission is to help people become monster producers. And how do I build an atmosphere of success? Well, you can't do that if you have a time confusion and a rhythm confusion. So I'm going to give you a schedule that I follow pretty much every day that I'm in the office. Number one, I work out this morning. I worked out at 5:30 a.m. So first thing I do in the morning is I listen to a sermon every morning. And on my way in to work out, my wife went with me this morning. We listened to a sermon on the way in. I get there, I spend a few minutes reading the Bible. I then go through a workout that's 35 to 45 minutes long to get my body ready. I leave there, I go home and spend time with my family. I come to my office and I get ready for an 8:30 training. I train at 8:30 in the morning and we work on one concept, okay? From 9 to 11, we prospect on nothing but new money. We cannot deal with anything that happened in the past. That's my rule. From 9 to 11, we're not dealing with anything that happened in the past, okay? Then we get to 11:30, 12:30, we take a break for lunch, we rejuvenate. From 1 to 3, we deal with past situations, we deal with operations, we deal with customers. From 3 to 3:15, may take a break, may take a walk, may go down to my loft. I get a good energy boost. From 3:30 to 5, we buffer and clean up. Clean up the day, get ready for tomorrow. Evaluate our success. That's a rhythm. Now, the reason I have these rhythms is to eliminate any time confusion, because here's what I hear. People show up to work and they say, what am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to call? You see, the selling system eliminates this concept of who am I supposed to call. So every day we do 4 things. We work a hit list. That's new money. Every day we work a farm club. That's money in the pipeline we haven't closed. Every day we spend time with our biggest clients, our biggest customers. We're planning events. We're having intimate relationships with them where we're trying to get them to a much better level. And every day we're onboarding new customers. You see, every day we're in a rhythm. There's no confusion. Here's what we do at this time. Here's what we do at this time. If I'm going on a trip like I am tomorrow to St. Louis, here's what time we need to leave my house. Here's what time we need to be at the airport. Here's what we're selling. Here's the presentation I'm doing. Here's the targets of what we're trying to sell while we're there. You see, everything has a rhythm. Your heart beats in a rhythm. Life happens in a rhythm. So I'm trying to eliminate these confusions of these 4 things. Time, I'm controlling time. I'm creating time. Purpose, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? What's my purpose? Focus, I'm focusing on the main thing, which is to produce new customers, get our current customers to a better state, and I'm getting in a rhythm. And the rhythm is keeping me in an offensive mobility toward my dominant focus, which is a single tangible outcome I would like to drive in a 12-month cycle as measured in 30-day windows. Listen, our company, your company, cannot realize its full creative spirit if it's not profitable. When it's profitable and prosperous, you can go out into the world and you can help people and you can move the ball down the field and you can do big things. When I come back in segment 3, guys, I want to show you 4 confusions that I think you could be facing today, and I'm going to leave you out of here with some homework and assignments for you to tackle in identifying your monster confusion. Remember, confusion or complexity, any problem you're facing right now that appears to have no clear solution to it. I'm Coach Micheal Burt, and I'm breaking down Monster Producer. Hey there, I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach. And man, do I love combining inspirational things in inspirational places. This is why we purchased a house down in Seaside, Florida, one of the coolest places in the world. We call that house Seabatical. We go down there to retreat, to attack, May 17th through the 20th. I've partnered with my good friend and founder of Lightspeed VT, the real Brad Lee, for $1 billion camp. Could you create $1 billion of value? Could you create a company that creates $1 billion of value? Could you scale your company from where it is to where you want to go? You won't do it unless you have the strategy and the concept and the mindset. So join Brad Lee and I down at Sabbatical May 17th through the 20th. Get you a bedroom, private bedroom. Get 3 days with the real Brad Lee and Coach Micheal Burt. He's bringing the ideas and I'm bringing the structure. Go to CoachBurt.com/retreats. Sign up for a retreat with me down in Seaside, Florida. Welcome back to Monster Producer. I believe a monster is a legendary creature, combines multiple skills to dominate a market. Every month I got to help you bring clarity to your confusion. See, the more clarity you can bring to other people's confusion, the more valuable you are to them. Everybody operates in confusions. Where should we eat? What should we do? Where should we go? What's my next move? I see 4 big confusions every single day in the amount of people that we're coaching right now. Over 585 people in Monster Producer, hundreds of other people in our coaching programs around the country. Many people have my online academy that they're watching, the Monster Growth Academy. And so if you're watching this today, I'm going to give you an opportunity to really learn this concept of confusion. Because I think a good coach should help you take this confusion, bam, knock it right in the face. There's 4 I see. Number 1, you're on the wrong bus. You're either on the wrong bus or you got the wrong vehicle. The wrong vehicle means you may be on the right bus, but the vehicle can't get you there. Got a young kid that wants to come work for me right now. He's selling cars. Good experience, making a little bit of money. Is that the right vehicle for him? Can it get him to his goals and dreams and aspirations? I was a high school basketball coach. Could it get me to my financial goals? No, it couldn't. Could it get me to my freedom goals? No, it couldn't. Right bus, wrong vehicle. So I transferred those skills over to the business world, developed a business background, organizational growth, personal growth, and I got on the right vehicle. Okay, the right vehicle is to help me reach my financial goals. So that's one confusion you may have. Number 2 is lack of discipline. You know what to do, but you're not doing it. You know what to do, but you're not doing it. You are not a disciple to your own future. Discipline is a derivative of the word disciple, which means to give yourself to a person or cause you believe in. And right now, you're just not a disciple to your own future. You lack discipline. Okay, I told my wife this morning, get up with me, get up at 5, go work out with me at 5:30, walk out of there at 6:15 and tell me your day ain't going to be better. Tell me it ain't going to be better than when it starts, okay? She got up with me, and I said, told you. You become disciplined to your own future. She was going to work out at 8:30. I said, work out at 5:30 with me. And then you got the whole day ahead of you to go conquer your dreams. Number 3, you got an insufficient team or you got an insufficient idea to scale. You don't have enough people on your team or you don't have an idea that you can scale to a much higher frequency. You got an insufficient team, you got an insufficient idea. The idea just ain't big enough. We're trying to scale Monster Producer into Phoenix, Memphis, Raleigh, Mount Juliet, other places. We're trying to simulcast it and scale it out to the world. And so we got to find ways to get our message out to planet Earth. And the 4th confusion is you just have an inability to sell it, man. You just can't sell your concepts to the world. You don't have a good explanation of service. You don't work a selling system. You don't know how to follow up appropriately. You don't know how to extract referrals. Most likely, you also don't know how to become a person of interest and attract business to you. So here's the next moves. I'm going to leave you with this. Here's your next best move. Number 1, you say, I got to expand my team to play in my strength zone. And my first hires will be these. Who am I looking for? And are they in my network? Most likely they're in your network. Number 2, what am I going to compensate these people? Number 3, what's their responsibility? What will they be doing, okay? Some of you need to listen to this podcast and you say, look, I got to torch some things. It ain't working. It ain't going to work. I got to let it go. Some of you watching this podcast or video or in my online academy, you need to recommit to the process. It's working. It's working. But you need to work it better. You, as Bradley would say, you need to do more or you need to get better. Let's close it off with this. Confusion is real simple. It's any problem or confusion or complexity that has no clear solution. You can't see the picture when you're inside the frame. Go to work on eliminating confusion for other people you work with every day. And go to work on eliminating the confusion in the sales cycle. Go to work on eliminating this thing and watch your business, watch your life take off to a much higher level. I'm Coach Micheal Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach in life, and I believe you were hardwired to become a monster producer.
Everybody needs a coach in life. Coaching businesses and entrepreneurs like you to spike an additional 40% to your bottom line.
Hey guys, I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach. Every week I get to spend time with some of the best people in the world. They've got incredible knowledge, they've got incredible skill, they've got incredible desire and confidence and likability. They are people of interest. Several years ago, I wrote a book called Person of Interest, and it was really an aspirational concept. I want to become a person of influence in the world, a person of interest in the world. So I began to study people of interest. How do they think? How do they respond? How do they act? How do they form partnership? How do they bounce back from adversity? And here recently, after speaking at 10X and some of these big year conferences, I said, man, I need to revive that concept. We all should aspire to become people of interest. We all want to know, what do the top people do? How do they do it? How did they get there? How did they become famous or well known for something? How do they impact the world? How do they come up with billion-dollar ideas? So I've got a brand new podcast out called Person of Interest, where I'm going to be spending time with some of the biggest people in the world trying to figure out, what is their secret sauce? How do you become a person that other people want a piece of? Other people are gravitating toward. Other people can't wait to be a part of what it is you're doing. How do you attract versus chase? I can't wait to share this with you on my new podcast called Person of Interest. You'll be able to watch it on my YouTube channel. You'll be able to download it on Stitcher, iTunes, Podcast Republic, anywhere good podcasts are. Person of Interest. How do you become a person other people want a piece of and cannot live without?
Micheal Burt is a multi-championship coach, best-selling author, trainer, motivator, and all-around super coach.